Well, hello Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Today, we are reading for the new person that maybe you just started talking to or that you may have coming in here very soon. So with that being said, Virgo, we'll get their energy, your energy, and what to expect going forward, okay? So, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so. And be sure, regardless of whether you've already subscribed or not, that you periodically check your notifications on the bell so that you get notified when I upload or when I go live. Okay, Virgo gang? So with that being said, if you have not already noticed, you can book a personal reading with me, and there is only one way to do it. It is always by following the directions in my most recent video's description box below that video. Okay, you can see everything you need to know there. That's the only way, and I do not ever reach out to you guys first on an individual basis. I just let you know collectively, and then it is also right there in my description box. So with that being said, Virgo, first we're going to use this deck and get their energy, then we're going to use another deck and get yours, okay? All right, so let's get their energy and where they are as they come into this connection, their thoughts, their vibe. We're just going to do kind of an energetic inventory on both of you. First, we're going to do that for your person that you have coming in or have already just come in. So let's just take a look, Virgo gang. Let's just take a look real quick. Here we go. What's on the bottom of the deck? Look at there. We're going to see how that rolls. That's Earth energy, which I know you're an Earth sign. That can speak to opportunity slated for success. It is about slow and steady wins the race with that Ace of Pentacles. But we will take a deeper look into this whole dynamic, okay? All right. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's now get a vibe check on you. As far as zodiac signs and their energy, you have earth and fire, air and water, and you have Pisces, Gemini in the major arcana, but in the minor arcana, every single zodiac sign. And you guys know I don't get overly caught up in the zodiac signs, but let's get your energetic vibe check, Virgo gang. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I feel compelled to look at the bottom of the deck yet again. We got the Emperor. That one can be a tricky card. Oftentimes it depends on what is surrounding that card, but typically it is a good card. Typically it is a good card. All right. Okay, so, you know, I think this is, I do see a lot of cards that speak to slow movement, okay? A lot of cards that speak to slow movement, okay? I see cards of honesty, too. Let's talk about this, and I see that on both sides, okay? So, let's talk about this thing. Are there issues? Yeah. Are they insurmountable? I'm not sure they're insurmountable. I mean, let's see what we're looking at. Let's talk this thing through, okay, and go from there. All right, so here we go. All right, I think this. First of all, your person, I do believe your person is coming in a peaceful and honest and open communication type vibe, okay? This is many times like a complementary dynamic where one person is weak in one area and the other person strong and vice versa, okay? And those can be complementary, but it's a peaceful energy. It is honesty. It is upfront. And I will tell you what I believe they're being upfront about, okay? They are working through something that is in the past, okay? And many of them are still working to release something. They have not fully released it, okay? Not fully released it. They're doing shadow work. They're trying to heal. They're done fighting for this thing, okay? But it is over. O-V-E-R, over, okay? But they're still hurting about it, okay? But they are not fighting for it anymore. Does that make sense? And, you know, they may be at a distance. Their person may have been at a distance here with the Six of Swords. Take what resonates there. I've got a couple of distance cards here. So your person may be at a physical distance, or this thing may have some energetic distance because of the slow pace that I'm seeing here due to this healing thing that this person is working on. And then, you know, I pulled the moon card here. This can mean a lot of different things. It can certainly mean uncertainty. It can mean secrets and that sort of thing. Now, I don't think there are secrets relative to this past situation, because right before we pulled that Two of Swords in reverse, okay? But what I think many times that has to do with is shadow work and working on the subconscious. And when I clarified that, I literally got the Two of Cups reversed, the Lovers reversed, and the Six of Cups, okay? This is past energy that has to do with this situation in your person's energy. So they are hung up on something that went by the wayside in the past. However, I do think they are coming at this thing slow and honest, okay, and genuine in their intentions at least, okay? And I will tell you this, for some of them, and this does speak to endings. For some of this had a huge financial impact on them as well, this ending that we are talking about, okay? But they are, again, done fighting for it, okay? And I see that. And this is a card of healing right here, okay, as well, that came right before the moon, okay? But they're moving along to calmer waters in this thing. Now, your person is very optimistic that this thing with you has potential to go the distance, possibly, okay? They're optimistic about it, okay? And I don't think they're hiding anything. I don't get that, you know, I mean, and that sort of thing. That is not what I'm seeing here. All right, in your energy, it's so funny how people mirror each other. And mirroring, and I'm going to do a video about this, but mirroring is misunderstood, okay? The reason people mirror one another is because like energy attracts like energy. And that's point blank period what we're talking about here. So let's talk about this thing. Okay, the very first card that I pulled for you guys in your own energy was the Tower card, the toppling down of something built on false beliefs, and a victory. Triumph over adversity, clarity about this situation, certainly truth coming to light. And I think it had to do with a situation in your past that went by the wayside. And I think you are still working on releasing it too. I don't think either of you have fully released your past. But okay, I think you're being open and honest. I've got equal give and take on your side. I've got honesty over here and, you know, genuineness and intention at least, okay? Now, it all depends on whether or not you guys stay on top of your energy work and healing going forward. And we're going to look at this thing in more detail going forward. But again, I don't think either of you are moving into this thing on an impulse. You're trying to go slow on this thing. That's in your energy and theirs. And I do have speedy action or communication after a delay. Again, slow moving, but probably taking off when you least expect it, okay? Seven of Cups in reverse in your energy. I don't think you're interested in other people necessarily, and, you know, and I don't think this person is either necessarily. I don't think either one of you are out there playing the field, and I think both of you are working on yourself, okay? So it's so funny how things can mirror each other, and that's because like attracts like, you know. Neither of you have fully released your past, and you have each attracted each other because neither of you have fully released a past situation. Okay, so here we have earth and fire and air and water. We have Pisces, Cancer, and Gemini. And then we have Scorpio, Capricorn, and again, every single zodiac sign in the minor arcana: earth, water, air, and fire. So let's do this now, Virgo. Here's what we're going to do now. What to expect from each of you going forward. What to expect from each of you going forward, Virgo. How is this thing going to play out in both of your energy? And then after that, we will get a probable outcome on this thing. Okay, so let's look at them and their energy, Virgo, your person, and what to expect as far as action towards you, things that they're doing in their own vibe. Let's just get, you know, some predictions about where this thing may go from here. Going forward, next step, right? Next step from your person. Next steps, next action, next thoughts and feelings. and that sort of thing, okay? All right. So your person is really not moving forward for a hot minute. Queen of Pentacles reversed. They're still kind of obsessed with the past person. They're not really wanting to reconcile, but they're, you know, I think they're kind of still not really healed or healing like I would hope, and still busted up. Not moving forward. We've pulled a distance card yet again, but eventually stepping into a place of healing and optimism and better days ahead. A little bit better sleepless night, sleeping at night, okay? And, okay, and eventual, really, this is like on down the road. Eventual positive outcome right here. 4 of Wands, 11-11 card. There may be some intensity to this connection as well. Very much could be a strong soul connection. It's up to you whether this becomes only a lesson or if it's both a lesson and lasting. There is a lot of potential, at least on your person's part, for the emotions to grow and for them to want something long-term from you. Here you have pulled Earth, Sagittarius, Cancer, air, fire, and water. So I want to get your actions and thoughts going forward now, Virgo. Okay, your actions and thoughts, and, you know, will your emotions grow towards this person? I think this healing journey on the part of your person is going to be very slow. Very, very slow. Okay, and you kind of start to wonder if this is worth it. You are starting to wonder if this is worth it. Oh, yeah, you're really having misgivings because this is taking so long. But you know what? You do have the Ace of Pentacles and the Sun. So I think you still, you know, have some hope that this thing could be viable and that there could be some transformation on the part of your person. I think you are back and forth on, am I fighting a losing battle? Am I better off to work on myself here? Or, and put my past behind me, because is this thing really worth it? I don't know. Maybe long-term, this thing could be a happy long-term marriage with a white picket fence. So, again, I'm getting a lot of mirroring yet again. Okay, and I see you busy working on yourselves and really contemplating whether or not to continue fighting for this or whether you should move on to clearer waters. I have got distance on both sides. Again, I had distance before on both sides. Again, for many of you, this is energetic distance. And I think maybe both of you or one of you are kind of growing impatient about this thing. And instead of being slow and allowing the healing process to take place on both sides. Okay, and so you have pulled earth and air and fire and water in the minor arcana. In the majors, you have pulled Cancer, Sagittarius, and Leo, okay, and Scorpio. Once again, several repeats on that, okay? So let's see, going forward, what is going to be the likely outcome of this dynamic, Virgo? The likely outcome of this dynamic, Virgo gang. Let's take a look. What is the likely outcome between my Virgo friends? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and this new person. Will they stay on top of their energy work and see this thing through and make it? It's very fragile. This is very fragile, Virgo, and I may even name this video, this new connection is fragile, you know, because outcomes really are in your hands. I mean, we're going to give a probable outcome to give you a heads up, okay? It is up to the both of you to make this thing either continue down this path if you like where it's headed, or not, okay, and disrupt the energy. That's the whole point of tarot. Nothing is set in stone, okay? All right, it's an energetic snapshot to say, hey, here's where you're headed. So with that being said, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, probable outcome in this dynamic. Probable outcome in this dynamic. Probable outcome for the Virgos. Let's take a look. Okay, no cuts. All right. All right, let's see here. All right. Okay. This is really, really fragile, Virgo. All right. It is an uphill battle. All right. The very first card out was the Five of Swords. Sometimes that can speak to deception. But I don't think for the majority of you it is deception. I think it is turmoil. And it could be drama. And it could, and because let me tell you why, it was followed right behind the Three of Cups reversed, which literally means harsh words. And, you know, when we have things in our shadow we've not resolved, we can behave in certain kind of ways, right? We all know that, okay? So, you know, do I think that you guys will eventually start to work on this and see some progress? Yes. But it's up to you whether you want to experience this first, okay? You can avoid these steps along the way. The harsh words, the deception, the turmoil. You can both avoid them. You have to both do it. But it's going to take work on your part because right now you're slated for a really bumpy road to get to here, okay? And again, you've pulled the card of waiting and divine timing and hope and healing and optimism and faith and trusting the process. This is a card of healing, and it reminds us the importance. A lot of uncertainty here. A lot of uncertainty. A lot of shadow work is needed with this Pisces, with this moon card. That's what this is about, the subconscious. That's why these two came right together. I know you get tired of me hearing it, but if you don't heal, you're going to have a disaster, point blank, period. I think eventually you will because it's in the cards, and I think eventually this thing is slated for long-term success. This is the card of happy marriage and overall abundance after a crap ton of work. It is up to you whether you want to hit all these bumps along this entire path that we have discussed, okay? You will manifest what you fear or what you try to avoid. Focus on success, okay? Visualize success. Visualize healing and then do it, okay? There are some, you know, quick kind of doohickeys about, you know, whatever it is I'm trying to say. But okay, so, you know, kind of interesting. This is divine feminine and divine masculine energy here between the sun and the moon. And I said with the Four of Wands earlier that this thing is probably a strong soul connection, very intense, okay? This is pretty cool energy. You have pulled Pisces and Leo. You have also pulled Earth, water, and air, and Sagittarius, okay, for what it is worth. So let's get some overall advice for the Virgo gang today. Overall advice. What can we get from the tarot as far as overall advice for the Virgo gang? Off the bottom of the deck. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We hear you. Strength card. Beautiful. And I don't read reversals here, so, you know, it's just about the advice. Develop your own spiritual muscles, point blank, period. Work on your spiritual muscles and understand that everything happens for you and not to you, okay? And it is about having the courage and the strength to do something different to get a different outcome. If you have had multiple relationship failures in the past, I promise you time does not heal a damn thing. Time plus work all day long, okay? If you want a different result, try. If you want a different outcome, do something different. The definition of insanity and fighting a losing battle is doing the same thing over and over again, not changing anything in the way you do things, expecting a different result. And I can't throw shade at you. I did that in my own dating life, okay? And you know what? Have a fresh outlook, because you do have opportunity, whether it's here or somewhere else. But it's after what we just discussed, Virgo, okay? So I hope this has helped you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like and share, subscribe. The comments truly mean the world to me. And of course, if you want to book a personal reading, all that info is in the description box below. Thanks. Have a good day.